5 seconds. It's showtime here. MX2 qualifying gets underway now. It's a long start straight here, nice and wide as well, but PJ 41, Jonas grabs a whole shot, keeps it on 2 wheels. His teammate right at the inside of him as well in 2nd place. So it's KTM Red Bull 1-2, but Hurling's getting on that now because Tonkov's not there. Jeremy Sewa is next. And then look at Anstey trying to find his way past Seva BRYLYAKOV. So Anstey on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna going past Seva BRYLYAKOV, the Russian, who obviously picking up Anstey's ride from last year for Monster Energy DRT Kawasaki. And BRYLYAKOV there now will cross the line in 5th place because Jeremy Sewa will inherit 4th as he pops over the line any moment now, just ahead of these guys. So Jonas then 2.5 seconds clear of Bernardini, then Hurling's 3.5 seconds behind, so a full second back of Bernardini. Then we've got Sewa through the left-hander. Bernardini's very quick over that far side of the circuit, getting good drive on the approach to that right-hander. BRYLYAKOV going around the outside of Anstey, who got caught watching the rear wheel of the TM, and Anstey then losing a position, or rather BRYLYAKOV gaining that position back from Anstey. So towards the end of lap 8 then, it's still Bernardini. Oh, and he makes a mistake. BRYLYAKOV goes through. Bernardini then just running out of options. Though was well clear, about 18 seconds or so of Jeremy Sewa. Sewa about to come through now. There he is on the Suzuki. BRYLYAKOV 4, Anstey 5, Petrov 6. As quick as that, we wait for Bernardini, Petrel and Vlanderen and Growlers. They should be the top 10, but before we get to
Seva BRYLYAKOV, you was going to speak to him today, but we haven't spoken to you yet, and I just want to find out firstly how the new team is, how you're fitting in with your teammate Tommy. Is everything going okay so far?
Yeah, now everything going good. I mean, yeah, it's actually a good race for me. I mean, and I'm really happy about the team and how everything is going for me. And oh yeah, just a little bit nervous now about before the race, and my week, because my week didn't start pretty well. I got a bit of fever from air condition, and then a little bit struggling with this hot weather and had feelings. But anyway, I'm looking forward.
I know you haven't been that well, but yesterday you got your best moto finish ever here. You know, under pretty tough conditions. That's got to be a bit of a confidence booster for you.
Yeah, for sure, it brings me some confidence, but this track is more about the start and keep the good lines in, and then yeah, going pretty well then. And then it's also today's birthday of my mechanic, so I hope to make him a good present on the race.
You've got to give him a good birthday present then.
Yeah, I will try to.
No pressure.
Yeah, thank you.
Best of luck. Thank you, Seva.
the gate drops. There are a few itchy trigger fingers there, but Anstey looks like he's got a good jump. Will it be he that gets the foxhole shot? I think it does. I think it's Anstey. So Anstey then around turn one at the head of the field on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. Jonas behind him second. His Red Bull KTM teammate. Hurling's in third. Sewa fourth. Bernardini 5. Is that BRYLYAKOV there in fifth? I think it is in the red. Number 18, yeah, and then Petrov, then Zaragoza. And the Tonkov, number 59, getting a bit of a kick there as well, coming out of that left-hander. Lots of water going down on the track, so it's sticky in places. Rutin and the Russian. Nice sticky dirt coming out of that part of the racetrack. And as you can see, where they're landing off that jump, one or two deep ruts, and then it firms up again. Hard, choppy braking bumps coming into this next turn 4. The 180 left before hitting the second of the bigger jumps here on this circuit in Lyon. Then dropping into the Dragon's back. Double, single, double, the combination through there. Just under 10 minutes to go in this MX2 Race 1 here at the MX2 GP of Lyon, and Jeffrey Hurlings continues to lead on his Red Bull KTM. He's 5 seconds clear of the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna of Max Anstey here, number 99. Third for the Suzuki Wild MX2 rider, Jeremy Sewa. He's about 6 seconds further back, and he's got his hands full of the Russian, Seva BRYLYAKOV, on that Monster Energy DRT Kawasaki. Paul Jonas is 5th. He dropped to 7th after making a mistake that put him from 2nd place down to 7th on lap 4. And He's now just starting to fight back, but he is 7 seconds behind the number 18 here, the Kawasaki of Seva BRYLYAKOV. Jeremy Seva, he's been in this situation before, plenty, but a slight mistake through that left-hander. Rides defensive, has to go to the inside. The Russian on the Kawasaki looking for alternatives here, gets good drive, but not able to get alongside the Suzuki. So a tough 11th lap then for Jeremy Seva, having to ride defensive, but at the same time has to try to focus on the job at hand and just keeping it upright and riding his own race. Jeremy Seva hasn't finished out of the top 5 this year in the first 8 motos, a 4th and a 5th in Qatar, 2 thirds in Thailand, a 4th and a 3rd in Valkenswaard in the Sand, and a 4th and a 2nd a week ago in Argentina. Had his fair share of overall podiums as well. The only round he's not made the podium was 4th overall at the opening round in Qatar. But again, just getting hung up coming out of that left. And a mistake there as well. But BRYLYAKOV not able to capitalize. So the Russian stays there in 4th position. Rut's getting deeper with every passing lap, just over 6 minutes plus 2 laps to go. Hurlings controlling everything at the front, not exerting himself. He's about 6 seconds clear of Anstey. Great ride from Anstey as well in that 2nd place on that Husqvarna. Given himself a perfect opportunity to get on the podium for the first time in 2016 with his new team. But this battle here is the one that's got the fans out there on the edge of their seats. Seva and BRYLYAKOV battling over 3rd. About 7 seconds clear of Jonas. Jonas lapping quicker, but just going to be running out of time. Not going to be 7 laps in this race. Seva was a 55.8, a 56.2 for BRYLYAKOV, and Jonas a 55.5, which was also quicker than Tonkov behind him in 6th place. Another slight mistake there from the Suzuki. The number 91 of Jeremy Seva as he comes out of that right-hander, allowing BRYLYAKOV to get back onto the rear wheel again. Another look around the outside. Gets in and out early, gets out of the ruts. As we said earlier, rule number 1, you're not going to pass anybody if you follow them. Will he try to cut it to the inside here? Is there a line available for him? Oh, nicely done. Gets on the smooth part of the straight nice and early, but again, that Suzuki hooking up pretty good of Jeremy Seva. So again, maintaining that 3rd place, but for how much longer? How much more of this can he take? Good lap for Hurlings as well, 7.3 clear now of Max Anstey. And Anstey safe in 2nd position. Again, BRYLYAKOV taking a look around the outside, gets a little bit out of shape. Can't find a way down the inside. Deep rut and a mistake there from Seva. It's going to be bar to bar as they hit the tabletop, and Seva does get past. Finally, BRYLYAKOV goes through on lap 13, gets himself up into 3rd. So the Russian, great bit of riding there, capitalised on a mistake from Jeremy Seva, who had to run it wide. Has he got a reply though? Well, he's certainly getting his head down straight away. Seva BRYLYAKOV, he's eating a little bit of roost off the back of that Suzuki. Let's have a look at that again. See how Jeremy Seva got undone there by the 18 of Seva BRYLYAKOV. But again, just making 1 or 2 mistakes there, Seva. Right, here we go. Seva had it all under control here. BRYLYAKOV held a nice tight line. And then Seva just legged his way around, got offline, lost the drive. Seva was already out of the seat, getting the power down. Danger, of course, the 2 riders could have come together over that jump, but BRYLYAKOV got it down early. Put the Kawasaki across the front of the Suzuki. He's now there in 3rd place. Steve Dixon will be doing his nut down there, down in pit lane, but look at Jeffrey Hurlings, lap 13 with 3 minutes to go. Jeffrey Hurlings sets the fastest lap of the race at 52.8 as he cruises to victory here in the MX2 GP of Lyon in MX2 Race 1. Seva BRYLYAKOV though, here's a kid who will celebrate. He was nervous before the start of the race, but he gets a career best finish in 2nd, and that's what it means to Seva BRYLYAKOV. Steve Dixon as well. Everybody down there at Monster Energy DRT Kawasaki. Massive moment for Seva BRYLYAKOV and Steve Dixon and everybody down there. Of course, Cosworth Engines as well. Here's in MX2 and also the overall Grand Prix victory. But what about this guy here, Seva BRYLYAKOV on the Monster Energy DRT Kawasaki. Second board is up. We're getting ready to go racing for the final time today for MX2. The gate drops. A great jump for Hurlings, but his teammate alongside him, but Hurlings hanging off the back of that, and he pulls a box hole shot by a country mile. Does the race one winner, Jeffrey Hurlings. Losing them as they disappear through that first corner, but it's Jonas in second, Seaward third. Zach Covington gets it. Anstey is in fourth place. Played decent, but he's down in 13th at the moment, but it was his teammate who thought he'd pulled another. Seva BRYLYAKOV in 9th place. So there you see the different routes in to the Dragon back. The lines through that bottom right-hander. Hello. Number 18, Seva BRYLYAKOV. Closing in on the Monster Energy Kawasaki. So the official factory team. And the 152 of Petar Petrov, although their engines are very, very similar. BRYLYAKOV and Petrov this year. BRYLYAKOV goes to the outside, Petrov goes defensive to the inside. Oh, he got hung up on a hole there. That might have been the difference. Then the back marker there, just getting in the way. The 129, Carlo Ivan Gomez, just doing his best to stay out of the way, but BRYLYAKOV looking to go around the outside of Petrov. Petrov knows he's there, got the radar on. Goes wide, forces BRYLYAKOV to go in early, get out early, square off that turn. You can show the intent now. So BRYLYAKOV could still get on the podium here. Him and Tonkov on 34 points apiece. Finds his way past the 152 of Petrov. That gets him another point, because currently, at the moment, he's on 12 points for being in 9th. He'll get 13 if he goes to 8th. And he's got Bernardini right there as well. And look at them absolutely mixing it up. Almost 3 abreast coming through there. Bernardini, Petrov and BRYLYAKOV. Bernardini gets on the power early. And Tonkov realised he made a mistake there. Tried to go round the outside and he's lost it. So BRYLYAKOV then up into 8th position. And another fastest lap for Jeffrey Hurlings, a 150.8 now. So either the track drying out all the time or Jeffrey Hurlings just building in confidence every single lap, but almost offline was the number 18 as he came into land. Seva BRYLYAKOV gets himself up and over the hill there. Again, different combination on the way down for the Russian, who was second in moto number 1. Jonas finds his way past Benoit Patrick, but he knows that with the third in moto number 1 and a second here, going to be back on the box again for the fourth consecutive Grand Prix. Jeremy Sewa. Seva BRYLYAKOV 2 points clear of Alexander Tonkov at the moment in that race for third. He's on 36. Tonkov, who's fourth in the race, points to sorry, he'll go from 14 points to 15 points. That'll nudge him another point clear. That'll put him in the safety zone, just in case Jonas does find a way past Alexander Tonkov. So Seva BRYLYAKOV urged on by the crew down there at Monster Energy DRT over the line with 3 minutes plus 2 laps to go. What a transformation for him as well, for Seva BRYLYAKOV. Had a great ride at Uddevalla in Sweden last year and put him 4th overall. That was by far his best overall finish, not even close. His only time in the top 10 in 2015. And already in 2016, BRYLYAKOV has had 3 top 10 finishes, 6th in Thailand, 8th overall at Valkenswaard, 6th overall a week ago. So definitely feeling at home with the Monster Energy DRT team led by Steve Dixon, Tommy Searle in MXGP as well. Of course, he should be in action at Canada Heights for round 2 of the British Championship this weekend as well. Missed the first round because of paperwork issues. So so hopefully we'll see him there. But Benoit Paturel knows he's got his hands full now with Brylyakov, who's homing in large. Got good drive at the end of the straight, the bike dancing around beneath him, but he's held a tight line on the exit of the corner. Will he rail around the outside here in turn 13? Looks like he will. He got hung up there one lap when he tried to make a pass similar to that earlier on in the race, but again, not able to utilize it very well that time around. But will he go around the outside of Paturel here? Yes, he does. So some quick thinking there from the number 18 of Brylyakov. Hard on the gas, keeps it nice and tight, gets the power down, and all of a sudden Brylyakov goes up in the 6th place, and that will give him an extra vital point in the podium chase. Hurlings, a fastest lap of the race again on lap 14 with a 150.8, 4 seconds quicker than Anstey, 5 quicker than Seva, 6 seconds quicker to see Seva BRYLYAKOV. He's probably taking a look over, probably doesn't know now that he's on the podium, but he will do in a minute when he's guided to the winner's circle. Overall though, and look at that, Jeffrey Hurlings, 50 points for him, 40 for Jeremy Seva. Seva BRYLYAKOV for the first time in his career on the podium with a 2nd and a 6th here. But this weekend goes one better to take 3rd, to claim his 1st ever podium in MX2. Does it with 3rd overall. Dixon will be pleased down there. In fact, he'll be on the podium in a minute. 2nd overall, Jeremy Seva, Suzuki World MX2. That's 4 straight podiums now for the Swiss rider. Talk about consistency. But Jeffrey Hurlings, the bullet, so far Mr. Perfect in 2016. 5 overall Grand Prix victories, 10 race wins now, and Jeffrey Hurlings will stand once again proudly on the top step of the podium. But Dirk Grubel will collect the trophy for KTM, winning manufacturers this weekend. But nice piece of silverware there for Seva BRYLYAKOV, and of course he gets his sombrero as well, just as they did last year. Riders putting their podium hats on the top of that, so making sure his Monster logo is facing forward. Drinking a can of the energy pop as well. But 2nd overall for Jeremy Seva. And for Jeremy Seva, of course, again, that's also his 1st visit to the podium here this weekend. In fact, that is a weekend of first, isn't it? All 3 guys here have never stood on any of the steps on this particular podium in the last 2 visits here. So for the 3rd time then, Jeffrey Hurlings for the 1st time on the podium here as a winner. Jeremy Seva also on the podium for the 1st time, and so too Seva BRYLYAKOV, but the 1st time in his MX2 career.
FMF owner Donny Emler.
So Donny Emler making the trophy presentations there from FMF. But the red plate once again goes to Jeffrey Hurlings as he continues to lead the championship. Tony Skillington, as always, on hand to deliver that red plate to him.
Y ahora, para las fotos, señoras y señores, levantamos todos los trofeos.
So there is the top 3 then, Jeffrey Hurlings, Jeremy Seva and Seva BRYLYAKOV. But for Jeffrey Hurlings, the national anthem for the Netherlands.
Venga, señoras y señores, y ahora champagne, la champaña.
The top 3 then here, the MX2 Grand Prix of Lyon, Jeffrey Hurlings, Jeremy Seva and Seva BRYLYAKOV, and I'm sure those 2 will drown the Russian on that 3rd step of the podium, as it is his 1st ever podium in MX2, or maybe they won't. There we go. Party time here, and save some of that for the mechanics. Seva, we'll grab a quick word with the top 3 in just a moment, but before that, quick look at some of the best moments.
It's Seva BRYLYAKOV. Seva, it's great to have you up here on the podium. Your first career MX2 podium. What emotions are you feeling right now?
Oh, that's amazing. It's like dreams come true, you know. I was, training so much, and it's finally all pays off, and I'm really happy about everything. Actually, the second motor wasn't as I planned. I was a bit nervous in the beginning and had quite a big crash and was back from the 13th place, and I'm happy. And then I really happy and have to thank all the sponsors who helped me to make this moment for me, and I still didn't believe, like Monster Energy, Kawasaki, DRT, Monster Energy Kawasaki team, and Finlock, my private sponsor, and Answer Gear, Forma Boots, 100% goggles, everybody. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, congratulations.
Yeah, very humble. Seva BRYLYAKOV then knows what it's taken him to get here to the third step of the podium, his first.